In this class, we are going to learn at high level what are the product components which we are having in the Apex workspace. When you log in into your Apex workspace, you will be landing into this home page wherein you will see few tiles saying App Builder, SQL Workshop, Team Development and the Gallery. Also in the navigation toolbar at the top of this page, you will see options that is to create the app and import export. So basically app builder will be used, that is to create, update, delete the applications. Using the app builder we will be able to create, we will be able to export and import the application. Also we will be able to create the applications using the sample applications available in the gallery. So using the app builder, we will be working with the applications and the pages which are used in order to show the data on the applications. We will come to this later point of time. Let's go back to my home page, click on this Apex. So one of the product component is the app builder. This is the main thing or the main pillar of this product, that is to build the applications. Next, coming to the SQL workshop. SQL workshop will be used in order to interact with the database, that is to basically create, update, delete database objects using the Apex workspace itself. So in turn, SQL workshop is having few more components within them. One is the object browser. So using the object browser, we will be able to see all the database objects available in our current schema. So we can change the schema from here. If you are having multiple schemas in your workspace, then you can just switch the schema like how you see in the SQL developer like this. So currently I'm having only one schema and the look and feel of this object browser will be similar to the SQL developer, and the schema as of now I'm having only one. So it is showing only one. So using the object browser, you will be able to create the table, view, packages, functions, procedures, indexes, triggers, so on and so forth. You can have a look at this. Let's come back. So other options available in the SQL developer is the SQL command. You can write the SQL queries right within this SQL commands. So you can have a set of SQL statements, PL/SQL blocks, so on and so forth. It's similar to the SQL developer worksheet, what you used to do with the help of worksheet in the SQL developer. Again, we can change the schema if you're having multiple, and we can write the queries over here in the worksheet and see the results down. Suppose I will write select this date from dual. Suppose if you are making use of 23 AI, then you can just skip this dual. So you can write the SQL statement something like this and click on run. So it will execute the statement and it will show the result over here. Today's date it will print. Let me see if I'm using the 23 AI. Click on run. Yeah, I'm using the 23 AI, so don't need to use the dual. Let's come back. So we can write the SQL statements using the SQL command. Also we can run the PL/SQL blocks. SQL scripts is nothing but we can create a file or a script which will host bunch of SQL statements or the PL/SQL blocks, and we can run that scripts in a go. Suppose if you want to create a table, insert some records into the table, on click of run button on the script, or if you want to view some data, on click of the run, then we can have a script something like this for reporting purpose. Coming to the utility, it is the most powerful thing in the SQL developer. There are a bunch of options available over here like the data workshop. We will be able to load, unload the data from our workspace. We can generate the data. There is a query builder, that is declaratively you can build the query without writing the SQL statement. We can make use of the quick SQL using the ready-made SQL shorthand syntaxes. We will learn shortly how to work with the shorthand syntaxes in order to write the SQL queries quickly. There are sample datasets. We don't have to manually create the table using the lengthy create table statements and insert the data. So there are few datasets which will be sufficient. Just on a click of install button, it will create the table and it will populate bunch of data into the tables, and we can build our applications in a go. So this will create a dataset to begin our application development. Then there are a few other options we will see at a later point of time. Coming to the RESTful services, so this is nothing but Oracle REST data services or the ORDS REST APIs. We can create ORDS REST APIs on top of our schema, using which we can interact with the database objects like tables, procedures, functions, so on and so forth. Suppose if you want to work with the SQL Developer Web, then you can just click on this. It will launch the SQL Developer Web. So for the first time, if you are launching this SQL Developer Web, then you have to enable the ORDS over this schema. I have not enabled the ORDS. Let me just enable this by clicking on this schema. So as soon as I click on this, it will create the ORDS on top of my schema and it will allow me to work with the SQL Developer Web. So still it has not registered with the ORDS RESTful data services. I need to click on this register schema. and it will ask what should be the alias. I will tell alias should be learning Apex. Same name I will use what I have used in order to create my workspace. So same name I will use it over here. So authorization required for metadata access. Currently I don't want. I will just save these attributes. Click on save. So it will enable the schema for my ORDS REST APIs. So if you see over here, it has enabled my RESTful data services, and I'm seeing one dummy HR table over here with the few sample ORDS APIs. Now let's come back to our Oracle SQL workshop. So we have seen the object browser, SQL commands, SQL scripts, utilities, and the RESTful services. So let's come back to the product component. So app builder and SQL workshop are the two important things which we as a developer will be interacting in the workspace 95% of the time. The rest of the things like team development, this is used in order to work with the issues. So we can install the sample labels, install the templates, that is to fill out the issues, generate the responses based on the editable table. We can set the milestones, so and so forth things. So we can go ahead and complete the setup. So this is basically for the team management or team development purpose to track the issues. Coming to the gallery. So gallery is nothing but it's like a marketplace within your Apex workspace. So under the sample apps, Oracle has published few of the applications over here in order to demonstrate how we can make use of the charts, sample apps, application search, those features. Suppose if you want similar things to be incorporated in your application, then you can just click on install and see how to make use of the same in your application. So this is like a cookbook for your Apex. Coming to the starter apps, so these are not sample applications like what we see in the sample apps. So these are a fully built application which we can use as is in order to solve any business problem if you are having for the customer, or we can extend these applications further. And there are few utility apps. Currently there is only one, and the custom apps. Suppose if your admin has allowed you to install the custom apps, then you can have it over here. If your team lead publishes a custom app, so that entire team can clone that a particular application as a template and extend that and build your own application components on top of that application. So these are the main product components which we see over here in the Apex, App Builder, SQL Workshop, Team Development, and the Gallery. And there are a bunch of options on the right side. That is, if you want to navigate to the Apex website, official website by Oracle, you can click on this. There are a few blogs written by developers and the community. There are a few tutorials and videos over here, educational resources. Suppose if you're stuck somewhere, then you can have a look at these videos, tutorials, educational resources. Suppose if you want to give idea or feature request to Oracle so that they can incorporate into the product, and later point of time, we can go over here and request the same. Then comes the social media handles over here for the Apex. By clicking on this, you can navigate to the administration. This we had already seen.